Thanks for coming back. It's so great to see you guys again.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Welcome home. By the way, like I know when you guys started out as a band, what, like 16 something years ago, a long time ago. You guys were all packed in a van, trying to get as many gigs as possible, right in Portland and surrounds. But now you're all grown-ups, and you got lives. Who's still rooted in Portland? I know people have ventured outside of Portland, but rooted here.
So the three of us live in Astoria.
Okay.
Out on the coast, and then Ryan lives in Tucson.
Tucson? Yeah. It gets hot there, yeah? It is hot there, yeah. It's nice to be up here. Yeah, I bet. And Astoria. Okay, so rooted in Astoria. That's great. Congrats on the new album.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Yes, that's right. And the Shadow of the Holy Mountain. It's been a minute. It's been 8 years. We'll talk about that in a second. But a record release party went well at Mississippi Studios.
It was really fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then up next, a little show with Dave Matthews Band at the Gorge.
Yeah.
A little bit of this and that, yeah.
Yeah.
But Baker City, you guys recently played Baker City. I'm just like, what is this show in? Yeah, woo, Baker City. What is a show like in Baker City? It's not exactly on the way, is it? I mean,
so this summer, basically, I've been just dying to tour for a couple years now, and we've been working on this record, and I was like, please let us tour this summer before the record comes out. So we've been doing more like out of the way places, so we can come back to them in the fall once the record's already out. So there's a lot of, we played Baker City, we played Trout Lake, we played a lot of
Trout Lake fans in the house tonight. Wow Hall, that goes back a minute. Yeah, Eugene. So I don't want to get too much into the roots of where it's been the last 8 years, but you said, Israel, I lost my place in music over the course of this time. So, how did you find it, and what sparked that? I know there are a couple things.
How much time do we have?
So you lost your place in music. What exactly does that mean? You fell out of love with it? The spark to write songs?
No, I mean, I was trying everything I could, reading books on writer's block and therapy and, writing retreats and everything I could. I think I just, it would be a longer story to go into, but basically a breakthrough was I decided I had a collection of songs that was going to be the Blind Pilot album. I decided to put those aside and let that be a solo album. Okay. And then my challenge to myself, I just woke up with this thought last June, and it was a funny thought. It was just, just write an album in a month, and whatever that is, that'll be really easy to just bring to the band and share, and let it be a band album. Let the band, its own living, breathing entity, shape and form the songs, and that did it. I don't know why. It took me 5 years to write one, and then a month to do another, but that did it, and it worked really well.
Well, I heard from what you guys say, it was a lot of fun to actually get back in together. You say this is the most fun that you guys have had making a record. True or false?
Yes.
Yeah,
true,
right?
True.
Because of the wait, did that make it more special? What was it that made the recording of this new album?
There were a lot of things. There was a lot of mutual appreciation in the dynamic, a lot of generosity. Here's the songs, I'm not going to control it. I want your guys' character on this. I want you to shape this with me. In the past, I've been more okay, these are my songs, I'm gonna share them with you, but I have to protect them a little bit. There was just this freedom, and kind of in all directions. Also, we were really lucky to connect with Josh Kaufman out in New York, and he produced it, and his style of producing is total exploration, total just, okay, that's cool how you guys are playing that song. Let's totally change that and see what happens. And we'll keep the tape running,
That's great, but let's do it this way.
Yeah, and I mean, most of this album are first or second takes of playing a song in a totally new way. And he just, he's an absolute wizard at that. So
Josh was their producer. He's also worked with bands like The National and one of my personal favorites, The War on Drugs, who both played this room. So it's awesome to have you guys back here.
Thanks.
So the new album, about a week it took to record.
Yeah, I
8
think
days?
8 days. Yeah.
It's amazing. It can go so fast.
Yeah.
And you've recorded all things live as well. Right?
Yeah, I mean there was some
Straight to tape.
multi-tracking stuff for sure on each one, but the core of every song was live.
We're glad you're back.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for being here and taking time out for us today, you guys. It means a lot. Blind Pilot is here in the PNC Live Studio.